It was intense.
It was so intense.
Definitely not 50 degrees. Way hotter than that.
Way hotter.
We're Lloyd and Mandy, full-time travelers currently in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. In today's video, we are participating in our first ever traditional Temazcal ceremony. If you've never heard of Temazcal before, Temazcal is an ancestral shamanic ritual practiced by ancient civilizations throughout Central and North America, including the Maya, Aztecs, and Toltecs. The purpose is therapeutic healing to relieve stress, aches and injuries, cure skin or respiratory disease, and has also been used during childbirth. Some people even have had spiritual experiences as a result. And today, we're going to see if we have what it takes to make it through one of these intense but beneficial ceremonies.
Alright, we are currently walking from our apartment here in Playa del Carmen to do our first ever Temazcal. This is something we've wanted to do since we got to Mexico, and we're finally going to do it at a very local traditional spot owned by an actual Mayan man. I'm really nervous. I've never done like a sauna or a steam room for even a remote amount of time that was uncomfortable, so I don't know how I'm going to be with this.
I'm nervous too, but I don't think I'm as nervous about the actual Temazcal part, because we spoke to them the other day and I asked them how hot it got, and they said like they're not entirely sure because they don't measure it, but maybe around 50 degrees, which to me doesn't seem that hot. I think that's completely doable.
Yeah, you've worked in that before.
Yes, I've literally worked in 50-degree weather in Australia. It's probably more just the ceremony and the filming of it that I'm more nervous about.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it justice.
So because the ceremony is quite sacred, we aren't able to film actually when we're in there doing it, but we're allowed to film everything else outside of the actual Temazcal. So we're gonna do our best to try and share the experience with everyone without it like ruining the sanctity of it, if that makes sense. We've been told that a lot of like health benefits come from it. Ancient Mayans used to do this when the warriors would come back from battle to help them heal quicker, because it has a mass amount of health benefits, and it's actually been labeled as biohacking now in a more modern term. So I'm just really curious what we're gonna get out of it. So the Temazcal is just a few blocks away from our apartment actually. Seems like a bit of drama's going down at the beach today. Okay, our autofocus on our camera has been acting up lately. Might have noticed from a few of our last videos, so I'm sorry in advance if there's a few clips in this that go a bit blurry. Might be time for another new camera.
She said they start the whole process at 3 o'clock sharp, and the ceremony begins at 5, so it's 2 hours of prep. I think first they got to heat up all the stones, and then what did she call the fireman? The fire starter guy?
Oh, I can't remember.
He had a cool name.
Yeah, really cool.
Maybe. I can't remember what the gate looked like.
It's past there.
Where this place is super misleading. And we think we're lost and we might be late. So before the Temazcal, they want you to be really hydrated, obviously, because it gets really hot. And you're just meant to wear some like swimmers or like yoga clothes. I'm just wearing like yoga shorts and crop top. And that's about it. We brought towels, and you have like a shower afterwards. So that's really all you need to do beforehand. Definitely wouldn't probably recommend doing it hungover. See? How unsuspecting is this neighborhood? And wait till you see inside.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás? So beautiful in here.
It is. It's really peaceful and quiet. As far as I can tell, the guys are going to start setting up, and they're going to start getting all the rocks heated up, which takes like a couple of hours. They do it in a separate, it's almost like a pizza oven.
Yeah.
They do it in a separate oven with wood, and they get the stones really hot, and then they'll put them into the Temazcal, and then there's the shaman, I guess,
Yeah.
that will come and do the ceremony. But we're going to try and get as much footage of the whole process as we can, and then we'll try and explain it afterwards, I guess.
Yeah, and see if it's worth doing.
Yeah, they've told us a couple times, like it's totally fine to film everything, but just not inside the Temazcal.
Yeah, very sacred.
Yes. And then afterwards, I think you have a shower, get changed, and then there's some food and drinks and stuff, which will be good.
Yeah. The first time that we came here, they served us this incredible green, like, iced tea drink, and I've been thinking about it ever since, so I hope they give that to us after.
I think it's just us two and one other person today.
Yeah.
But they've told the other person that we're filming, so he's fine with it, apparently. So yeah, it's pretty much a private ceremony. We're pretty lucky.
Awesome. I'm so excited. amazing how much preparation goes into this. Hey, there's so many little details.
2 hours before it even starts.
Insane.
How you feeling about the whole thing?
I'm just going into it with an open mind. No expectations, I think. I was anxious, but now I'm like, we're here. I feel okay.
Fire does look pretty hot. Put a lot of wood in there.
So many rocks too. There was like 50 something rocks. I have to look up how many they used.
And then they put water on them.
Yeah.
Steam. It's gonna be.
We're gonna be cooking.
It's gonna be warm. It's already 35 degrees out.
I'm already sweating. I cry a lot, but I nearly started crying with that. I haven't had someone braid my hair since I was a little girl. It's really nice.
Took
So
like
cool.
a few minutes as well.
It's the coolest braid ever. I don't want to ever take it out.
Well, probably will. Gracias.
Gracias.
Lemonade?
Lemonade and cucumber.
Okay.
Ooh. Gracias.
Gracias.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Your hair is so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yours too.
Oh,
you
thank
look
you.
so nice with your new hairdo.
Yeah.
Because I have been working here for a year and a half now, and I usually get inside 2 or 3 times per week.
Yeah. And you have beautiful skin too.
Thank
Is
you.
that from Temazcal?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that we are going to get inside of the Temazcal, and the place that we are going to share is a place of calmness. So of course it's very, very important that you don't move suddenly or stand up, because the heat is going to be up here and you can just burn yourselves. Or just be very careful with the stones that are going to be placed in the middle of the Temazcal. Remember, we are going to be working in dark, so it's very important for us to listen to you if you have any need. So you need to speak up and clearly. And remember, the safest place is the floor. So if you feel like you're, I don't know, maybe some sensation that you're not comfortable with, the only thing that you need to do is just calmly go down on the floor.
Ya están.
Okay.
Es como igual así. Ellas tienen.
He's just asking if you are ready to just begin with the ceremony.
Yep.
We only need the bathing suit and that will be it.
Temazcal represents being back inside a mother's womb, and when you come out, it is as if you were born again. We went through 4 separate rounds in the Temazcal to represent the 4 elements and becoming more aligned with them. All was done in complete darkness. The first round represented earth and was paired with burning of medicinal plants. The second round represented water. Our guide splashed us with water while chanting El agua es vida, which translates to water is life. The third round represented fire, and it challenged our entire group. It got significantly hotter, and the entire group was encouraged to scream at the top of their lungs. It felt electrifying. The last round was wind, and by this time most of us were in the fetal position on the ground.
Wasn't it bad?
That was so intense.
That was way hotter than what I thought.
I thought I was going to be able to sit up for the whole thing, but after the third one, I was like, I need to lie down.
I laid down halfway through the last one, yeah.
Wow.
I wanted to be a hero.
Amazing though. Yeah. Trying to be a hero.
Here's the watermelon.
Sandía. Come primero eso. Mastícalo. Eso. Trágalo. Ahora otro.
¿Cómo se nombre?
Ya. She's no, he Franklin.
Franklin.
Come. Come. Ya, cómete lo que tienes en la boca.
Where does he live?
Cómelo. Ya. Come lo que tienes en la boca. Mastica.
That's amazing.
Sí.
I want one.
Pero se.
Hi, Franklin. Hola. Nope. Turtles are so cool.
Pintaron la pared.
Le cayó.
Y me pintura.
Paint?
Pintaron. Explícale.
They paint the walls and they paint it all over Franklin.
We're getting a turtle.
Yeah.
He loves graffiti.
What'd you think of it?
I loved it.
Cómete eso.
It was really intense. I really liked the first round with the smells. I felt like I could get into myself a lot with the first round. But after the third round, I felt really mentally strong. And then as soon as I was like, oh no, we got one more. I'm like, I need to lie down. Like even the heat, when I was laying down that I could just feel on my knees, I was like, there's no way that I could be sitting up right now in the fourth round. Like,
Yeah.
I literally felt like you can, wow, I'm really red on my knees, yeah.
I felt something coming off my body.
Same, it was like my skin was peeling.
Dirt or
Yeah, maybe we're just gross. No, I did feel like my skin was peeling, but then I'm like, maybe it's just stuff on the ground, but I would definitely do it again.
yeah, not
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it was like hardcore, really made me realize like how important meditation is. If I hadn't have meditated before this, it would have been a lot harder. It's so good. Why don't we drink watermelon juice more? Wow, what an experience.
It was intense.
It was so intense.
Definitely not 50 degrees. Way hotter than that.
Way hotter. Breathing through your nose felt like you were breathing fire.
What did you think was worse, breathing through your nose or your mouth?
I don't know, I didn't do a whole lot of mouth breathing in because you're taught not to do that in yoga. It was really, really mentally challenging. Not gonna lie, I felt like, I never thought about actually quitting. So like after the third time that they closed the door and put more rocks in, that was the most intense for me. And I pushed through it and I was really proud of myself. I persevered, but after it I was like, there's no way I can do a fourth one of that.
I was about to do a Michael Scott and just jump over everyone through the door.
This is the
paper company, people. Step lively. This whole place is a tinderbox. It is ready to blow.
After the ceremony, I just felt really like close with everyone that we did it with as well. I think that's like a positive of doing it in a more like family-oriented business rather than doing it with one of these like commercialized, not traditional temazcals. It was awesome. And the food and the fruit and guacamole that we had after was absolutely awesome.
One thing I didn't realize was that all of the staff were going in with us. So
Yeah, I didn't either.
the two ladies that worked there and the fire master, what's he called? The
Fire Eagle.
Fire Eagle, and then of course
His name was just Christian.
so there was 7 of us in there. But they say that sometimes, or usually, they fit like 30 people in there and they're all dancing around and stuff. I don't understand how it's possible.
Because we could barely lay down with like, how many of us was in there? 6?
7, I think, and there wasn't much room to lay down.
No.
Which, surprisingly, laying down made it a lot more tolerable.
Yeah.
It was so hot breathing in through my nose and my mouth that I thought if I put my head down, it might not be as bad. But literally, the air coming out of my nose was burning my chest. It was that hot.
Wild.
So I would love to know what the temperature was. Guessing it had to be 70, 80 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure.
We did it.
Maybe 200 Fahrenheit. I don't know.
We need some dinner now though. I'm starving.